G'day, I'm going to make a Porsche 356 body for this mobility scooter. How cool is that? Let's get into it. There we have it. The prototype for 356 mobility scooter. It's cool. It's not perfect, I know. I was working with what I got, and I messed up. I made this body way too thin, but nothing a few layers of fiberglass can't fix. Time for a little chop chop. Like the back of the bumper there, so it's gotta go. It's gotta go more than that. Right there, that's where it's gotta be. Just give it a quick chop, it'll be right. Gotta figure out how to hold that away like that. Probably some screws and some wood or something. And there it is. The little gap. It's not so little. From there to there, 135 millimeters. From here to here, 610, which is the magic number. That's what I needed. Because the wheel for the mobility scooter is going to be here. It's not going to be up there, but it's in this area. And the maximum width to allowing 5 millimeters clearance. That's the number. I also had to split the front, just so that was starting to dip in and do all sorts of funny stuff. So yeah, it is now Gudera. Just want to have a look around. It doesn't look out of proportion. It looks alright. The last thing I was talking about is joining this back together with glass. Not doing that at the moment because I got the scooter here. Now you saw this at the start of the video. I only got this the other day. So I'm going to pull this apart, the top parts off it anyway, and slap this guy on and see where it sits. So I'm pretty sure it's not wide enough. But we'll find out soon, won't we? Alright, so clearly I had to cut it. So I've got a plan. So this part here, I was trying for a while to get this plastic part off, which is this whole tray. But in order to do that, I have to remove this whole steering column, and I don't want to do that. So I've got permission to cut this. So I'm going to cut it along there, pretty much remove most of it. So that way the body will come down further. That steel in there is an attachment point for the plastic work above it. So that'll all come down nicely. It'll this will come down excellent. And that will go to the lowest point there, which is that. Now I've chucked the battery cover back on, and I'm going to be grafting the body onto this, and then molding a one one body. Well, it's going to be one piece body. It's going to come down, it's going to be the floor, it's going to go up here, there's going to be a removable panel here, so we can slot the body over this and then put the cover back on. So a lot of this is going to get cut away. It's going to blend it in. You'll see it all happening. Put all the panels on there. You're going to start filling in the gaps. So the front's pretty much one piece. The wheels stick out a tiny bit. That's okay. Just move it over a whisker. So I've got to get it lined up, obviously. Then I can start filling in the gaps. Then this will be a separate piece. I got to fill in these, shape it a bit, make it nice. So I might have to foam fill some bits, backfill it, and then foam, and then over the top. And this is just going to be rough. This is just going to be the buck for the mold. And I'm thinking about printing another piece that'll go in here, so I don't have to bridge this huge gap, which it isn't an issue. But the issue is, look, that moves independently from that one. That moves independently from that one. So I'm thinking about taking this off, like this off, taping it from behind, glassing over here, and then let that cure, maybe glass over into this, so it's all rigid. And then I can take it off, flip it, fully reinforce the inside, and then I can bodywork the outside and remove these braces. So that's a thought. I've got wood in there, wood on the other side. I've got a piece of wood here because I'm bumping it out a little bit, so I've got to make another piece for the other side. This will be a part of the floor and the front section. The rear section will come around like this and then drop down over that. No, it'll butt up to it. It'll be the same thickness, so there'll be a step. And then this will get screwed down. There's a screw hole back there, screw holes in the floor right there. Yeah, so there's a ton of work left to do. I still got to trim this back a bit. This area is fine. This has got to come back a bit. I don't want it to come out like that. It's going to go up and flow into it with a nice radius. So you can see it on the other side. It's just got to go back a whisker. Ta-da! It's now not missing a piece. Needs a trim up. But this whole chunk was missing. I still got to replace this part, but that's easy. And I glassed that piece back together. I've also cut a piece that was on here, about that high. I'm going to put that back on, and that'll get me closer to that. And then I'll be able to graft the two together. Then I'm going to figure out my hole. I got that filled in. It's all connected now. It's all one piece. And then I foamed it. I'm going to sculpt that. Hopefully I don't have a big hole in it like last time I used foam. That looks to be better. It's a lot less foam. I used a lot less foam than the bonnet job I did in the last video. We get that carved up, then I can start body work on that. There'll be a lot of filling and sanding. Remove some screws, fill in some holes. Can make this slot bigger. This is for the neutral switch. There's that bit I was talking about. It's attached. But more than that, this is all one piece. This is one piece. It's glassed in from behind. Same with that one. Glassed in there. Just like this. And this only just fits over the handlebars up here. I'm not going to demonstrate it because it's a pain in the butt. So that's going to be like that. It's going to be a flange coming up with tabs like this for Velcro. So it's going to have recessed parts so it fits nice. My issue is that, you see how thick that is? That's not going to fly. See that? This can be reduced a small amount by getting the burr off, but you see how thick that is? It's way thicker than the fiberglass that's going to be there. So if I put a step in behind, it's not going to line up. This part, imagine this is just glass like that, it's going to be about that thick. It's not going to be flush. So I've got to figure out what to do there. Yeah, decisions. I could try and build it up. It's going to be a prick. I almost need some sort of stepped material. Something with like this shape in it that I can put in behind there and bump out the step, but it's got to be an even thickness. I've got a big chunk missing there. Yeah, fun and games. This part down here doesn't matter so much, you won't see that, but this part's got to have the step and the flange in behind that this can sit on Velcro to. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. I still got to put this part in. I'm not sure where I'll put that at the moment. Yeah. So it's connected back together because I didn't cut it in the center. That's going to go there. Sorry. That goes there like that and lines up with that edge. This one will attach here and line up with that edge and be grafted in. That hole will have to be filled, which is easy. Alright, here's an update. So I know I was going to take this panel out, but now I've sealed it in because I've got this off. Tim wants me to make it one piece now, which is fine. Makes it a little bit easier. Getting this, well this actually, off wasn't easy. 2 bolts, sounds easy, but 1 bolt through there, 1 bolt through there. That's for the hinging mechanism. But in order to do it, this was already split, but you couldn't get this boot up high enough over that to access the bolts properly. So I had to use the slits. Anyway, got a little bit more body work to do. It looks rough because I just spread stuff on there, but I put a nice bevel or radius in along there to make that nice. It's coming along though. Bit more sanding and I'll be ready to prime it, and paint it and mold it. This part here, I'll just clean that off, probably just chop it. So the other body sits about there, so I'm just going to chop that off. And here's an update. So I got this all filled in, it's all nice. A little bit more refinement to do there. Got the spats done. I'm going to trim out that hole. I'm going to put the boot line back in because this whole bit was, added later. So I'm going to use a straight edge and carve that in there. Got that side filled. It still needs sanding. Got the front looking pretty good. How's that for a difference? Yes, I'm aware there's runs in it. It's high fill primer. Look at that. It's pretty good. Look at that line I got through there. That rebar, more runs. There's the front. Got that bonnet defined real nice. And there's runs in this, yes. I'm going to leave all those holes there, because why not? More than likely going to be a piece of carpet, marine carpet or something on there. That's, the additions with the foam underneath and a piece of wood. Looking good. I'm gonna give this a sand and hit it with some white 2K solid. Depending on how it comes out, might give it a little cut and polish. Would you have a go at that? Shiny. So I've got these glued down onto the sticky tape on the bench. I ran out of clear stuff, so I had to use the silver stuff, which is fine. Then the small gap under there I filled with Play-Doh and then smoothed out. These got quite a few layers of wax. I didn't count. I was just wax and polish and wax and polish. On this one, I got some Play-Doh in the holes. There will be slight indents or bumps in the mold, which will leave these marks. This is going to have carpet on it. That's why it's not polished like this. Same with these parts here. Anything that's not going to be seen when that back cover's on, I didn't bother with polishing. I just gave it a heavy coat of wax and that's it. So all these parts that'll be seen have been waxed and then polished. There's also one crack. I knew it was there and I thought, bugger, I'll just leave it there. I still got a little bit of wax on there. So I just got to give it a quick wipe over before I put the gel on. So this part here will leave a bump in the mold and I'll be able to easily sand that off and then polish that area and it'll be like it was never there. Same with the little nicks here, not concerned about them. There's a couple of little pinholes, but after the mold's been taken off, I'll give it a quick sand with 800, smooth it all out and then give it a quick polish and then it'll be done. Just like the hot rod mold in the previous video. There we have it. The mold's done. Got the big flange on the front. Got the timber support so it can sit flat. And this one's still wet. Flange all the way around, not at the front because there's an overhang there. Support on that. Nice. After these are cured, I'll release the plugs. Both of them will need a slight sand and a polish, which is a fun job. I've done that on this one. This one needs a bit more of a polish in here. But compared to my normal molds, which they look like this, not polished at all, just matte, the product out of the polished stuff looks way better, even though it's going to be painted anyway. But you buy with your eyes too. So these won't be getting painted, these will be gel. So whatever colored gel you put in there will be whatever color these bodies are. And you could have some fun with it. You could do like a marble effect, just squirt some black in there and then do white over the top and it'd be like veins of marble. It'd look wicked. Or however you like. But that's not up to me. So next thing will be popping these bad boys out. Well, let's peel these guys off. Beautiful. Just gonna trim it up. Job done. Almost. I'm gonna trim up some of these edges and then I'll be able to pop them out. I'll do that now. Let's have a quick look at them before I do that. A nice edge. That flange will help keep its shape. Add extra strength to the shape. Just got to trim along there, up in there. This one requires a bit more trimming. Look at that mess. I gotta clean all that off before I try and get this off. What a prick of a job that was. Put a few little scratches in it here and there, but nothing I won't polish out. It's not a bad finish. I regret using black now because black, all gel coats and fiberglass attract dust, but black shows it up the worst. So sorry about that, Tim. If you're wondering who I'm referring to, it's Tim from Dirty Dog Outlaws, because this is his mold. So I didn't quite put enough wax on. I don't know how many layers I did, but I must have missed a few spots because it was bloody stuck. That's right. I'll get this cleaned up, give it a light sand with like 800, and then a quick polish, and it'll be beautiful. Yeah, and then cut that out. I hit it with a hammer, turn it to mush. And cut that one out too. But anyway, get it cleaned up, polished. Still got to do that one now. I'll show you when I'm done. Hopefully I don't break it. Right, looks like a mess, doesn't it? I got all the paint out of it. This one was an absolute prick. There's half of it. There's another bit of it. I pretty much have to smash it to bits to get it out of here. And I put a lot of scratches in it. So I've sanded all the scratches out. Lots in the corners there, in real pricks of spots down in there. So I'm just going to give the whole thing a, well, most of it, a bit of a scuff up with a 400 grit. Same with this one. Cut the holes out. Quite a few scratches in this one too. I got them all out. Paint was stuck in these corners. It was a prick. I was using a wood chisel and a plastic doodad, kind of like this, but not that, to scrape the paint out. Fun. Had to go a bit harder in some areas than others, and yeah. So now I'm going to start polishing. I'm not going to show that, it's boring. I'm using the big polisher with a wool pad and a cut and polish compound that I've shown in the previous video. This one here. And then the tight areas, I'll use that wool pad on the drill. So that's that there. Good stuff. I've had it for years. So I'm going to do that and show you when I'm done. Shiny. Look at that. Beautiful. This thing is a dust magnet, I'll tell you that. And black shows it up real bad. Not too shabby. That bit's getting carpet, so I'm not worried about that. But all the shiny bits, like in there, are all exposed, and all this stuff's exposed. Not too bad. Hours of polishing and sanding, and a little repair there, be fine. All this stuff, all in there, not seen, so it's not polished. Thankfully. Trying to polish that? No thank you. Yeah, now time for a quick wax polish, then gel coat. This puppy's going green. This green, kakadu green. I'm not going to show the finished product until I show Tim from Dirty Dog Outlaws. And I'm going to record his reaction and you can both see it at the same time. So stick around, it's going to be fun. Right, Timbo, are you excited to see your...
Oh, mate, I'll tell you, I dropped this off in the, 3 weeks ago at night?
Yep.
And it was just an old granny mobile mobility scooter. And I just trusted you to just go for it. So you 3D printed it. I've seen photos of that. And I've seen all the work, the body work and stuff you put into it. But now let's see what good old Jake from CROC can do, eh?
Get into it.
Oh yeah, baby. Yeah, man.
Like the mat's a bit chewed up, but that's how it was.
Oh, that's out of control. Well, I've got the. What we're going to do with that mat? I've got the laser cutter, so I've just got rubber, and we'll cut to that.
I was thinking about cutting up some carpet, but yeah.
No, perfect, man. That's out of control, mate. Yeah, man. Yeah. I like how it's got all the bumpers already in it, like that, so we don't have to worry about, you know, sticking bumpers on later. Yeah. How you've done that is amazing, man. And then, you know, I've integrated all of this. Yeah, that's perfect, man. This is next level granny mobile. Few racing stripes, a couple stickers.
Yeah.
We've got the lights. You know what else I got for it? I got underneath. I've got like lights, like little LED strip lights.
Oh, like an underglow.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cracker, man.